Hey, we always live Elvis.
Hey, it's my favorite day, MMK Day. Got a couple shout outs we want to do right off. Angela Nielsen, senior comment. Hey, we'd love to get down to Florida way.
I love Florida.
Maybe if we do, we'll let you know we're headed that way. Possible we could maybe hook up, have lunch or dinner or something. Also, Matt Loomis, I know you're coming in September for your birthday to Graceland. Wanted to give you a shout out. I've seen your comment. Appreciate them, each and every one of them. Also, want to say happy birthday, Laurie, my cousin, and all y'all out there. Look, like I said, I can't stress enough of how much we appreciate the comments, the questions, good or bad. I mean, we're going to take them. The majority of them are good, and love y'all all for that. So, but hey, you can't please everybody all the time, but we do the best we can do. Hey, we're going to hit up with some questions. Before we get into the questions, though, Teresa, I know me and you was reading, and a lot of the comments off, not the last video, but the video before where we was talking about Elvis's girlfriends, the prettiest, and I had talked about Linda.
The prettiest.
And let me go back. I mean, of course, Anne Margaret, beautiful, beautiful lady. I mean, maybe, but I didn't consider her like girlfriend around, living. So, I guess that kind of explains that. And then also was before my time, Miss Dixie Locke, and yes, she was a beautiful lady, still is. Wonderful, and it made me think of a cute story I thought I'd share with y'all. When I was in the 5th grade, went to school, and there was a little girl named Christy. Emmons was her last name, and she had told some folks that her mother dated Elvis, and it was just like, just aggravating.
Those are fighting words, huh?
Yeah, and so I went home, and I was telling Mom and Daddy, I said, this little girl in school, she keeps saying her mama dated Elvis, dated Elvis. And Daddy said, well, what was her mama's name? And I said, well, was Dixie was her first name, and I guess her last name was Emmons. And Daddy said, no. Said, she's married, and that's why she goes by Christy Emmons. Her maiden name was Dixie Locke, and yes, she did date Elvis. And I just like, so I never forget it. Matter of fact, seen Christy last year, and we talked about it. But yes, by no means, I just didn't, because I wasn't around during Dixie's time. But like I said, yes, she was and still is a beautiful, beautiful lady. So hey, now that I got that, shared that little cute story, I guess we'll get into some questions.
Okay, Cheyenne Voss says, hey MMK, do you have any personal Elvis things you would like to pass down?
Yes, of course the whole family does. We still have I mean, I won't just say tremendous, but we still have a lot of things, few things, if you may, that we have, personal belongings that we will probably never turn loose of. And yes, I know, me and Teresa, talked, I'm sure, as other parts of the family, and those things will be passed down and kept in the family. I mean, Mom and Daddy's already passed things to us, and, we'll pass them on to our kids and grandkids. But hey, appreciate that question. That was a real good question.
Peter T. Did Elvis work on his own cars?
I think we've
talked.
We've kind of answered it. Maybe it wasn't just on the cars, but hey, to answer again for those of you who may not know, Peter, appreciate the question. No, Elvis didn't work on really anything. He had people do it. Matter of fact, and I've told this before, but I'll tell it again for you. One time Lisa had a flat on her golf cart, and she was wanting her daddy to fix it, and he said he would get it fixed, and she's wanting, well, I'd like you fix it. Why can't you fix it? And he said, Lisa, Daddy don't do things like that. I pay people to do that. So that's the best I can answer. But no, he really didn't get into like grass cutting, and he didn't, or working on vehicles or appliances like we normally do, which I'm not very good at. I don't like instructions, but that's another story we won't get into, will we, Teresa?
Jeez, no. I'd rather put something together by myself than have you help me. Okay. Sandy Rockwood Baxter. Do they have family reunions at Graceland with surviving relatives?
Well, if they do, in the last 45 years, our family was not invited. I don't know. No, I don't know what you would consider. I mean, a family reunion. We all may look at that different. I think that Lisa and Priscilla and their side, their part of the family, I think has spent some times up there. So maybe that could be a family reunion. But as far as just a lot of the whole family on both sides of Elvis's fathers and mothers, no, we have not.
All right, Ann Barrett. Apart from telling Elvis you love and miss him, what would you ask him?
Man, that is a real good question, and that gets deep. Of course, like she said, that you love him and you miss him. I mean, me personally, I would probably be a million miles a minute, but I mean, there's so many things I would like to know about the rest of our family, and maybe how they were. Has he seen them, or is there a way to speak kind of what's beyond, and learn things about that, of course, and just find out, things about that. But I think one of my main questions to him, now that I just sit and really think about it, is could he, or does he know, have seen the impact that he's put on this world, and then even 45 years after he left us. So I mean, I think he does. I think he has seen it. But yes, I would definitely, I would ask him and want to hear it from him.
Okay, and this one, I don't know. This looks like it could be a D or an O that you wrote down. So it's either the Chad C94 or the...
That's it.
Okay. So it is a D.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, a D's a D.
Yeah, but this looks like it could be an O or a D. Anyway, here's
It's
the
a
question.
D. It's
Okay.
Chad.
I'll take your word for it.
Okay.
All right. Do you ever get used to your relative being
Ooh, it's going to be one of them days.
a worldwide superstar all these years later? You just
Ask
laugh
it,
at
do I ever get, is that what they're asking?
Oh, yeah. Do you ever get used to it?
And I've said this many, many times. You won't ever get used to it. I mean, it's so mind-blowing, so fantastic. I just can't think of the words. Teresa, we've talked about and we've seen it from little small children.
Oh, yeah.
Different ages, and I mean, they know so much about Elvis, and these people have texted us, written us, have come to events, and we've met, and each and every time it's overwhelming. And it's as I always tell them, it's my honor. Not, they try to say it's their, no, it's my honor, because it is just totally unbelievable. Like I said, we've talked on these things several times. I know I'm kind of just stuttering around, and I'm sorry, because it takes the words away. But no, never have been used to it, and never will. I just, that's all I can say.
And Peter T. No, John Cameron. Why has the MMK sign not been lit up? Well, because it has a really bad glare on the camera right now.
We didn't pay the electricity bill the last two.
Yeah.
Some of y'all probably, especially with the way they, no. Yeah, we just it throwed off a glare, but hey, if y'all if you
I
like
need
it
to
lit
find
up,
a better.
I mean, we love it
Mm-hmm.
and we use it. We just need to get the lighting different where we can.
And I have to use a different cord because it gets a little hot.
Yes.
So what we were plugging it into wasn't what we should have been plugging.
Ain't that
it
right,
into.
E-Bear? That's E-Bear.
Okay.
But yeah, was that all the?
That was.
Hey y'all, that was some great questions. Give you a little quick tip. Hopefully, by Wednesday, we should be able to finalize and be able to let you know where we're going to be at first sure in the Elvis Fest. We're going to be somewhere.
In Tupelo.
In Tupelo, that's correct.
Somebody waited too long.
Yeah, but we probably looking for the days to be around the 10th and 11th that will actually be set up somewhere, and then maybe a day or two just be out there mingling and looking at some things we want to look at and see. But finalize that Wednesday, let you know for sure. And of course, like I said, hey, Mom and Daddy's thing, it's a sold out event. Appreciate all y'all buying tickets. We're looking real forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
And then also before that, on the 12th, John Daly's, and I've had a lot of you text me, that's going to be at the Holiday Inn Express on Elvis Presley.
Right down from Graceland.
Yeah, just not very far from Graceland. Hey, you'll see where all the cars are headed.
What is that? It's like, what is that store that's kind of like in front of it because it's off the road
I think it's like a little Family Dollar right in front of it.
Yeah,
yes,
something like
you
that.
You can't miss it.
No, there'll be some.
Yeah, put it in your phone and stuff. But we're going to be there. And, of course, John and there'll be, whole lot of other people there, too. It always is. Always a good time, and we're looking forward to it.
And it's a free event.
Yes, and it's a free event, as always. And with that, y'all, hey, look, we're gonna ease on up out of here. Send in them questions. If you hadn't subscribed, hey, hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget Mom and Daddy's channel, Elvis Fans Matter. And just quick hint, we're looking at having a little bit more new merchandise this year. So, hey, y'all come see us. We love you. And remember, we always live Elvis.
Hey y'all, thanks for watching this episode of the Memphis Mafia Kid. Please subscribe and hit that like button. Got an Elvis or MMK related question? Post it under the comments and we may answer it in a future video. And don't forget to check out Mom and Daddy's channel, EFM Elvis Fans Matter.